Okay, so have you thought about why is regulation so hard with ADHD? If you're upset, if you're trying to focus on something, if you just want to get something done during the day and it's not working, and you're trying to get something done and it just doesn't work. I'm Ivan. I am an online parent coach for you. I help families raise ADHD kids. My invite to you is that I want you to click on the link in my bio. They'll take you to schedule a free chat with me to know where you are at and get a little clarity in moving forward so that you can begin to thrive as a family with your child who has ADHD, what to do. But today I've got a really good story, and then I want to talk about why this regulation thing, being able to focus, being able to control emotions, being able to control what you want to do, why that's so hard. Okay, so just talking to his dad. The dad has ADHD. The middle son also has very rampant ADHD. And this dad was telling me his process of trying to go to the store to buy groceries. Didn't get to the store yesterday, so he is stuck in his house with no food. He's been sitting at his office working on the computer. And then he says, okay, I've got my list. I made this list of things to do. And then I'm going to get up and then I'm going to start walking to the car. And while I'm walking to the car, I see like 3 other things that need to be done in the house. And so I'm picking those up, but I still have in my head that I need to go shopping at the grocery store. But then I get to the door and then I open up the door and I remember something else. And so then I'm gathering something else and then I'm distracted and the door's still open. So, okay, I need to go out to my car, and he's walking outside. But of course, it's springtime. So he starts pulling out weeds on the way to the car. But of course, pulling out weeds leads him to be very distracted. And so he continues to weed. And then pretty soon it's too late to go to the car, to go to the store to get groceries. It's actually time to go get his kid from school. So now he's driving to school to pick up the kid. But on the way there, he realizes that there's something else that needs to be done. And so then he's distracted. And he still hasn't gotten to the grocery store. And then pretty soon it's the end of the night and there is no food in the house. And he's struggling what to do with dinner. And grocery store is closing now. So it gets put off a whole nother day. And people are hungry. This is terrible. What is going on inside of his brain? And then he starts telling me about his son, and the story with the son is very similar. Your child knows that there are things that they need to do. But remember that the brain, for ADHD people, the brain is taking in all this information from the environment, everything around them, and it's all competing for attention and the ability to really understand, okay, this I need to do and I need to follow it to its finish, or this, or how to rank things in order so that they move forward. It becomes very difficult. Prioritizing tasks, initiating tasks, and completing tasks are 3 very different things, and all of them can be a challenge for your child with ADHD. It is not that your child is trying to shut it down. It is not that your child is trying to avoid or withdraw. It's that the processing style is different. Now, how do you help this? The dad was telling me that, yeah, okay, he hasn't been able to get medication for a while. And that's one way to address it. And that's not what I do. You can do that. It's a way to help open doors. You're looking at putting a chemical in your body to change chemicals in your brain so that you can open up pathways. Okay, fantastic. There's 2 other approaches that I take that I help families use in their house. One is the more common, hey, we're going to learn something in our brain, we're going to learn strategies, and we're going to put those strategies into place. Fine. This dad has been taking his son to counseling to try to help with his ADHD, but where he lives, there aren't a lot of resources for parents to be able to do that. And so he says, yeah, I get my son in with his counselor about once every quarter. Guess what? There's not a lot of change. Yeah, there's not a lot of change. Besides, it's a top-down approach, which works with some people, but it doesn't really address where you are at. And that is if that's the top approach and medication is the middle approach, this is the other approach, number 3. And I use 1 and 3. This is the other approach. You have to use the environment. And you use your body. You use different ways of actually changing what's around you so that it comes up through your body and then affects how you are processing. This can be through movement. This can be through adaptation. This can actually be through mindset approach so that you are processing differently and then have doors open to you so that you can focus and move forward as a parent and also for your kids. Because the prevalence of ADHD in parents to kids is pretty darn high. Look at yourself. If your child has ADHD, what are your ADHD type tendencies? If you don't have ADHD straight out, maybe you don't. but there are still things that you are struggling with, even if it just comes down to your parenting approach. So, like my invite at the beginning, I am re inviting you again. Check out the links in my bio. Set up a chat with me and let's talk about where you are at, where are you struggling, and where do you want to go and move forward to so that you can be successful and thrive and get all the things that you want.